done. Let us continue ahead. You know complex numbers. I told you any complex number it is described as a plus ib. A we call real part, b we call imaginary part. Both a and b should be real numbers. So they should be real numbers. I told you real numbers means they can be naturals, whole numbers, integers, rationals or irrationals, any. Okay. Now two numbers a plus ib and other c plus id. When will they be called equal complex numbers? A real part has to match with the real part and imaginary part has to match with the imaginary part. So what is the condition? Real with real and imaginary with imaginary. When they are equal, then only we will say the two complex numbers are going to be equal. In the notebook, you can just write that. Equal complex numbers means respective real parts should be equal and imaginary parts should be equal. Now I am going to do some problems, whatever ideas we have learned so far. So write problems. Question number 1, the first one. Simplify. Simplify. Now, under root of minus 16 plus 3 under root of minus 25 plus under root of minus 36 and minus under root of minus 625. Very easy. I told you, under root negative is always I. How to write quick answer? For a minute, forget this minus sign. Root of 16, you know, is 4. So write 4 and attach I for this minus sign. Ideally, square root we normally write plus or minus, but for practical purposes, when we solve, always take positive square root. Plus 3 into, forget the minus sign, 25. What is square root of 25? 5. So 5 and attach I. Plus, forget the minus sign, 36. What is square root of 36? 6 and attach I for this minus sign. Minus, forget this minus sign, 625. What is the square root? 25 and you have to attach I. So what is the final answer? It is 4i plus 15i plus 6i minus 25i. 5 into 3. Okay. 4 plus 15 or 15 plus, okay, 4 plus 15, 19, 19 plus 6, 25 plus 25 and minus 25. So they all get cancelled each other and you get 0. Now what is this 0? This 0 is a complex number which can be written as 0 plus 0 into I. Real part is 0, imaginary part is 0. Okay, so the answer came out to be 0. Next, number 2, second problem. Second problem. Alright, we will say again question 2. Write conjugates of. Write conjugates of. 1 or 2 I have shown you, but let us say, so we'll make 2 columns. Okay, first column is Z, the number, and then Z bar, conjugate. So the first one, it says minus root 5 minus root 7I. Tell me, what is the real part here? Minus root 5. What is the imaginary part? Minus root 7. Don't say minus root 7I. No, it is only coefficient of I we call as imaginary part. While writing the conjugate, value or sign of A does not change. So minus root 5, no change. I term opposite. So plus root 7I. Second one, root 5 minus I. Or okay. Now you take it as like this. I minus root 5. I minus root 5. Now this is not the standard format. Standard format, I always want A plus IB. Remember, without I should be written first and with I should be written as the second term, always. So I will not read it like this. I will rewrite without I minus root 5 plus with I. So the real part always I want first and then the imaginary part. So what is the real part here? Minus root 5. What is the imaginary part here? 1. Coefficient of I is 1. Now write the conjugate. Real part does not change. I change the sign. Okay. Then one more. Number 3. Minus of under root minus 7. Now under root negative number is I. So this minus sign outside, and now forget this minus sign for a while. 7. It is not a perfect square, and you want to take the square root, so it is root 7 and attach I. For this minus sign we have to attach I. So your number is minus root 7I. Is it a complex number? Yes. It is of the type A plus IB, because A 0. There is no real part. So A value 0, and what is B? I coefficient. It is minus root 7. That is B, which is the imaginary part. Conjugate, I term, you have to change the sign. So make it was minus, make it plus. So conjugate will be root 7 into I. Okay, next, question number 3. Question number 3. Simplify and express as A plus IB. Express as A plus IB. So standard format should be the last step. Okay. Number 1. We will say Z equal to 1 plus 2I into minus 2 plus I. Now we will simplify. It's a product of two complex numbers. We'll open out term by term. 1 into minus 2, that is minus 2, plus 1 into I, that is I, plus into minus. So next is minus 2I into 2, that is 4I, and plus into plus. So last term is plus 2I into I, 2I square. Now throughout complex numbers till I complete, I know only one value thorough. And what is that? I square minus 1. Even if somebody wakes me up from my sleep and asks me what is I square, I should immediately tell minus 1. Is that clear? So wherever I see I square, immediately replace this value. So Z will be equal to minus 2. Now plus I and minus 4I combine. Minus 4 plus 1. So minus 3I, and I square is minus 1. So minus 1 into 2 will give you minus 2. Now minus 2 minus 2. So it is minus 4 minus 3I. Okay. Now we got it in the form. So this is A plus IB. We will write A is, so we can say this is A plus IB, where A value will say minus 4. And this is called, you write like this, real part of Z, and B, which is minus 3, coefficient of I, it is called as I, M and Z. How do you read? Imaginary part of Z. So real part is minus 4, imaginary part is minus 3, and always observe they both should be real numbers. Minus 4 is a real number. Minus 3 is also a real number. They are integers. Okay. So this was the first. Next, second one. Second one, in that I into 4 plus 3I completely divided by 1 minus I. Division of two complex numbers. How you are going to solve it? First of all, numerator will open out. I into 4, that is 4I, plus I into 3I, I into I, so 3I square, whole thing upon 1 minus I. As soon as I say I square, don't keep it, immediately write minus 1 for it. So numerator, 4I, now this is minus 1 into 3, so minus 3, whole thing upon 1 minus I. Actually numerator is not the way I want. I want first A, that is no I. So ideally it should be minus 3 plus 4I. If you want you can make it. Minus 3 I will write first plus 4I divided by 1 minus I. Down it is okay. First no I and second term is containing I. So that's a complex number. Now when there is a division of two complex numbers, method is always rationalize the denominator. So what you have got down? 1 minus I. So how do you multiply? 1 plus I, up and down. Sort of rationalize. Actually rationalize is not a proper word, because whenever denominator is irrational, then what process you do and you make it rational. That is called rationalization. But this is nothing called irrational, but something process, something similar. So 1 plus I, up and down I multiply. So what do I get? I will again call this number as z. So I'll say z equal to, see numerator, can you now open out turn by turn? Minus 3 into 1, that is minus 3. Minus 3 into I, that is minus 3i. 4i into 1, that is plus 4i. And plus into plus, I into I, so plus 4i square. Whole thing upon. Down the product is a minus b into a plus b. How the product should be? A square, 1 square is 1, minus b square, that is I square. So next step. Observe, minus 3. Now plus 4i minus 3i, plus 4 and minus 3. So plus I square is minus 1 into 4. So minus 4, down 1 minus I square minus 1. So for I square I put minus 1, already that minus was out, so minus into minus. Next step it will become plus. So what did z become now? Minus 3 minus 4, minus 7 plus I, down 1 plus 1, which will be 2. And now give it separately. This upon 2, this upon 2. So I can write it as minus 7 by 2 plus 1 upon 2 into I. You can write I upon 2. Or coefficient of I is 1. So 1 upon 2 into I. Now this is of the type a plus ib. You can write below a value 7 by 2, which is real part of z. And b value 1 by 2, which is imaginary part of z, and both are real numbers. So I express the final step in the form a plus ib. Okay, so this was the second one. Let's do one more. Number 3. We will now work out 1 plus I upon 1 minus I whole bracket square. Now first of all, this index 2, I can give separately a upon b, bracket raised to m. How do you write? A raised to m upon b raised to m. So I can give these two separately to each. So 1 plus I, bracket raised to 2, upon 1 minus I, bracket raised to 2. So let us call it z again. Open out. A plus b the whole square. What is the formula? A square, that is 1, plus b square, that is I square. Middle term twice ab. 2 into 1 into I, that is 2i. Down. Again, a minus b the whole square. So a square plus b square and minus 2ab. 2 into 1 into I, that is 2i. So what is it? Wherever I say I square, I should write minus 1. So first term 1, then minus 1 and plus 2i. And down again 1 plus minus 1 minus 2i. So I get z equal to, here plus 1 and minus 1 got cancelled, I got 2i. Down again plus 1 and minus 1 got cancelled, I got minus 2i. 2 cancelled with 2, I cancelled with cancelled, minus n remained. So I got z equal to minus 1. So how is it in the standard form now? You can say z equal to minus 1, which is minus 1 plus 0 into I. So this is of the type a plus ib. So a value minus 1, which is real part of z. B value is 0, which is imaginary part of z. And both are real numbers. Okay, let's do one more. So number 4, the fourth one, in that 4i raised to 8 minus 3i raised to 9 plus 3, whole thing upon 3i raised to 11 minus 4i raised to 10 minus 2. In the last video, I had made a very important remark that my number should be finally a plus ib. I is my favorite. I don't touch it. I will allow it to stay wherever it wants to stay. But after I, nothing else I allow, not even I square. If I see I square, I put minus 1. and after I square anything I don't like. So I try to remove them. Is that clear? Will you remember this? So I raised to 8 I don't like, I raised to 9 I don't like, I raised to 11, I raised to 10. All I will calculate on this side. Let us see how. First, I raised to 8. What principle I have taught you? 8 is even number. So it's a multiple of 2. So use that. I raised to 2 raised to 4. 2 into 4. But you know I square is minus 1 raised to 4. 4 is even number. So minus 1 raised to even number, answer is positive 1. Next, I raised to 9. 9 is odd number, not a multiple of 2. So take the previous number, I raised to 8 into I. And luckily I raised to 8, just now you have calculated. So 1 into I, that will be I. I raised to 11. Now otherwise I would have done it I raised to 10 into I. But right now I raised to 9 is on the board. So I can make use of that and write this as I raised to 9 into I raised to 2. Which laws of indices I am using? A raised to m into a raised to n. M plus n. You need to add the index. 9 plus 2 will make it 11. Okay? And I raised to 9 you got I. And I square you got minus 1 always. So this is minus I. And finally I raised to 10. 10 is even number. So multiple of 2. So I raised to 2 raised to 5. But I square is minus 1 raised to 5. 5 is odd number. So minus 1 raised to odd is negative. Minus 1. Use all those values. So I get z equal to, let us write, 4 into I raised to 8 is 1. Minus 3 into I raised to 9 is I. Plus 3. Whole thing upon 3 into I raised to 11 is minus I. Minus 4 into I raised to 10 is minus 1 and minus 2. And do you observe any the final answer? Here it was 1. Here it was minus 1. Here it was I. Here it was minus I. Your final answer will not go beyond this. Either plus 1 or minus 1 or plus I or minus I. Keep that in mind. Okay. So what does z become now? Z is now equal to, observe, 4 into 1, 4 minus 3i plus 3 and down minus 3i minus into minus plus 4 and minus 2. So can you write it properly now? I will erase all this. We have used it. So now I have z equal to, observe, 4 plus 3, 7 minus 3i. Down plus 4 and minus 2 plus 2 minus 3i. Is that my final answer? No. Because I coming in the denominator is absolutely not allowed. I should always be up in the numerator. So if I get I in the denominator, what does that mean? It's a division of complex numbers. So you must rationalize. So multiply with 2 plus 3i, up and down. Bracket here. So what do you get z as? Open the numerator. 7 into 2, 14 plus 7 into 3i, 21i minus 3 into 2, 6i and minus into plus minus 3 into 3, 9i square. Down, turn by turn, 2 into 2, that is 4 plus 2 into 3i, 6i minus 3i into 2, minus 6i and minus into plus, minus 9i square. So what do I get? I get z is equal to, observe, 14. Now plus 21i and minus 6i, plus 21 and minus 6, so plus 15i. I square is minus 1, minus into minus, so plus 9. Down, 4 plus 6i and minus 6i is gone. I square is minus 1, minus into minus, plus 9. In the notebook, you put dots and the bracket mention this, I square equal to minus 1. And now z becomes 14 plus 9, 23 plus 59. And down 4 plus 9 is 13. Separate 23 upon 13 and this upon 13. So I write Z as 23 upon 13 plus 15 upon 13 into I. So this is of the type A plus IB, where A value 23 upon 13, real part of Z. B value 15 upon 13, imaginary part of Z. And both A and B belong to R, real numbers. Okay, understand and please practice and solve all these problems properly. Any doubt, please message me. Thank you.